Miss, my first question is, what kind of laws or policy governs corporal punishment?
Here in Jamaica, what I know is that the Ministry of Education, one, has a policy that speaks to removal of corporal punishment in school. And I think that is Article 17 of the Education Act that speaks to that. So there was a time before, these years gone by, where children could have been flogged in school, and I know that has been since instilled, and so that has removed that opportunity of our children being flogged at school. We also have as I mentioned earlier, the Convention of the Rights of the Child, which as a state, Jamaica, as a country, Jamaica has been ratified to have been one of the signatories on that act. And so with the establishment of the Child Care Protection Act, we are expected to uphold that policy. And so the Child Care Protection Act is a medium through which the rights of our children are being supported. And so we do not support, corporal punishment of our children in our own state care facilities. I know we have internal mechanism also where that is also removed and is replaced with alternative measures of punishment. As I read, I saw where there is a joint select committee, there was some work in place where the children's advocate, in September 2014, had spoken up about this, and there is a committee that also looks at this. It is work in progress. So as I said before, as a country, it is not officially on our books that it is removed, but we do have entities that continues to promote and continue to speak out. And so we look for time to come, Jeremy, where this will be ingrained in law officially, to ensure that our children are not exposed to this measure of medium of punishment.
Okay, thank you. My second question is, what does your company do about corporal punishment?
All right, so I'll start here. For example, it's Child's Month. May is celebrated around the country, as Child's Month, and so we are big on that. And so even each year, as a theme comes out, we as we go out to do our sessions in terms of educational sessions, we always seek to promote and to encourage and to uphold and to share with the general public what are the rights of our children. So in terms of corporal punishment, we carry the message that our children are to be protected, because what corporal punishment does is that it takes away from those rights our children have. And so we continue to promote. So we are big on education in terms of our public. We, as an organization, not only wait for the invitation of companies, we have been inviting ourselves. So we are in the churches, we are in schools, we are in workplaces, we are in community groups where we seek to educate persons as to what are the rights children have. But we are also in schools talking to our children too about their responsibility. Internally, as an organization, we have programs within the organization. For example, the program I give oversight to, the child and family support. We know it's challenging, and we know parents are stretched with many challenging situations. And so we also seek to educate parents. So we work along with the parents in terms of sensitizing them as to what is it that they can do before it gets to the state of corporal punishment. So on any given day in any of our offices across the island, a parent can walk in if they recognize that they're at a particular place and they don't want to commit themselves and they feel that if they cannot manage, who can I go to talk to? Our offices are open. But if you check the blue pages, or if you look online, you can find our numbers. In office, we also recently launched the 211 number. So you can also call to report if you think you're at a place that you are not able to do it alone and you want some help. You can seek those help. We also there's also the reporting mechanism. If you recognize that a child is being abused or is at risk of being abused, and we're still talking about corporal punishment, Any well-thinking citizen, any child can call to make that report. And so we encourage you. We have the 1-888 protect number, and we also have we have the 211 number. We also have our offices in every parish there is, that you can also call in the different regions. You can walk into a police station, you can walk into any court, and you can also make a report there. So help is available, and so we encourage our people to utilize those mediums, and yes, so that we don't get into this thing of abusing our children and using corporal punishment. So we are doing our part, and I must say to you that, of a truth, Jeremy, we are not able to do it alone as an organization, and so we do a lot of partnerships. We partner with other entities, right? So it is not the CPFSA alone who is doing it. While we have the mandate, we partner with other entities to do this.
And my last question is, what is anyone doing about it?
I know, Jeremy, that other organizations, because we would see groups from lobby groups from time to time, once there's a matter out there regarding abuse of a child, we see civic groups coming together. We have entities in government. We have the children's advocate, which is the voice that speaks out for children. While they provide support for children who are in conflict with the law, they are also a very active voice that speaks out against that. We have Betty and Blaine there. We have Jamaican for Justice. We have so many other groups. We have community groups, we have Fight for Peace. We have all these other groups, community groups that are also a part of this. So it is not just the CPFSA, but while we are the leaders in terms of child protection, the child protection sector, and we do make ourselves visible, we have other entities out there. We have the church. The church has been around for a long time and very vocal about what happens with our children. So there is just about every group we can think of.
Thank you.
As a matter, I just want to plug this before you go, Jeremy. In terms of the CPFSA, we have the child management group, where they advise, the children advisory panel, so we are also getting from our children a voice that speaks for the voiceless, or speak for the children across this nation and the world by extension. So we have that group that is very active. They give the executive management team their voice on topical issues regarding our nation's children. So our children are being represented even within this organization. All right, so a lot is being done.